Welcome back to Outdoor Gear and Skills. I just want to take a few minutes today and talk about something I alluded to the other day, and that is the 75 Hard Challenge. My friend Jared introduced me to it. We're doing it as a group, several of us. Today is day one. Andy Frisella wrote this. I just started his book. I'm only about 20 pages in, but just real quickly, I'll let you look it up if you want. But number one, you have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. So I want to read more books anyway, so that's great. Number two, you have to drink at least a gallon of water. I pretty much do that every day anyway. Yesterday, I think I drank 170 ounces, so that's pretty easy for me. Number three, you have to do two 45-minute workouts. One of them has to be outside, regardless of what the weather's doing. Started raining here pretty hard about 10-15 minutes ago. Regardless of the weather and the light, you've got to get out there and do at least one workout outside. Number four rather, you have to follow some type of diet. And number five, you've got to abstain from all alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, but I'm abstaining from all carbonation, so no sparkling waters, no soda, anything like that. And then you have to take a picture of yourself every day so you can track your progress. I'm very excited about this because that's a mental challenge. I love mental challenges like doing big hikes. I did a Tough Mudder with my brothers back in 2013, 2014, and it was a lot of fun, and I love pushing myself hard through things like that. I've done 4 century rides when I had my road bike and I lived in Utah. Go out and do a 100-mile bike ride. We did have some rest stops and that kind of thing, but it was a really windy area in Utah, and so the last time I did it, I had a headwind for about 75 to 80 miles of that 105-mile ride, so that was pretty brutal. But I love mental physical challenges like that. One of the things I like to do is bench press the bar, the 45-pound bar, in sets of 100 because it's such a mental thing. I can't just will myself to bench 325 pounds. I don't have really strong upper body like that, but I can bench that bar in sets of 100 or 100 reps in multiple sets. And so I love challenges like that. So this was really kind of right up my alley. I'm excited to do that. One of the big things about it is you have to choose a diet and follow it, and it can be anything. So my wife introduced me to the Beachbody 2B diet, and you start with water, then mostly vegetables, and then lean proteins and fiber-filled carbs. And so I'm very excited about that because she and I are doing it together, which makes it really easy for our planning with our meal prep and all that. Getting rid of all the junk food that I love so much, and just getting rid of all chips, crackers, cookies, desserts, anything like that. And we're just getting right into eating a lot more vegetables. So we're getting fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, things like that. And the reason, couple reasons I chose the 2B. Number one, because my wife and I can do it together, so we can get our family on the same page. We're not isolated where I'm eating cardboard for dinner and they're doing whatever. So my wife and I are on the same page. We can support each other. And my wife's a really good cook. She's got her certificate in gourmet cooking and catering. She loves to cook, so she's making a lot of good things for us. Number two, I feel like it's a sustainable lifestyle for me. I love fruits and vegetables, but when it comes to nutrition and diet, I've taken the path of least resistance, and the path of least resistance for me is to a box of cookies or to Twinkies or just garbage that I shouldn't be eating. And by eating more vegetables and things like that, like the omelet that my wife made a couple days ago, I'm getting a lot of stuff in there. I've been more full for the last few days on my meals. I'm not as prone to snacking. I did just have a snack about 20 minutes ago before I started this video, and it was a small handful of cherry tomatoes, a small handful of baby carrots. So I passed right past the about that much left of Pringles in the can that I'm not touching. but I feel like it can be sustainable for us. And as we get our home rebuilt after the fire, we're back and we're able to replant our garden and actually take advantage of it this year, that we'll be able to grow all of our own vegetables again and incorporate those into our meals. So I didn't want to do a meal or a diet that was going to be really restrictive and cumbersome, something that I would absolutely hate. And as soon as the 75 hard is over, then I revert back to bad habits. I really felt like the 2B was just a good mindset of eating good fibers, fruits and vegetables, good carbs and proteins. And I'm the kind of person, when I take a carrot, I bite off the two ends, spit it out, and eat the carrot. I have never peeled carrots. I eat the potato skin, and I try to be good with what I put on a baked potato. If I eat something like a kiwi, I cut the two ends off and I eat the whole thing, skin and all. That's how I was taught how to eat kiwis, or kiwi, I should maybe say, when I first saw that when I was a teenager. And so I just eat, I don't peel the skin off of peaches, apricots, anything like that, pears. I just love eating that kind of stuff. But it's just making those habits. And so I felt like by doing that, I can make a sustainable change in my life that's not just going to be for a couple of months and then falling off the wagon and going back to bad behaviors. So the reason I wanted to talk about this on my channel is outdoor gear and skills. Is our health is so important. Our mental health, you know, if we're out hiking and we're carrying a heavy pack and our legs are burning, you know, we keep going, you know, to get to our destination. Or if we're in, you know, a situation where we get stranded, or we're putting ourselves kind of in a survival type situation where we want to test our skills, we've got to have strength, we've got to have stamina. If I'm 50 pounds overweight, it's going to be really hard for me to walk. It's going to be really hard for me to maneuver and do things. And so I'm really looking forward to upping my cardio and my resistance stamina, as well as my flexibility. But, you know, dropping those pounds that I should have dropped last year anyway. So now I've got about twice as far to go, but I'm excited for the challenge. I will be checking in, kind of let you know where I'm at. I was in Portland today. I didn't have my scale. I forgot to take it with me, so I couldn't see where I was at. But when I started on Friday, which was New Year's Day, I was square at 205 pounds, which is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And when I weighed myself yesterday, I was at 101.8 pounds, I think. So I had dropped, you know, a pretty substantial amount of weight with different things that I'm doing. I'm adding chia seeds and some things like that into my diet. But I just want to get better to where I can move faster. My body's more efficient. I am stronger relative to my weight than what I am right now, that I don't get winded easily, that I'm able to carry on. And as I do this 75 hard challenge, which is all mental, but it will have a physical manifestation, I know that my body's going to reward me, so that when I'm biking up steep hills on the North Umpqua Trail, when I'm out hiking Mount Thielsen, or when I eventually get up to something like Mount Hood and I go hike that my body is going to reward me for all the effort that I've put in. So I hope you'll stay tuned and kind of follow my progress as I go through. And as promised, later this week, I will be doing my follow-up video to the BioLite Camp Stove 2 that my daughter and son-in-law got me for Christmas. So stay tuned for that later on this week. And again, thanks for watching. Leave me any comments, and we appreciate you, and stay safe.